Hello, hello. What's up, guys? You are watching the Couch Casuals podcast, and I'm your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez. Today, we will be discussing UFC 295 with my lovely host,
Kyle Diorio. Welcome back. We got a great card headlined by the legendary Jon Jones. Right? Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic? We just talked about it on our last show.
I feel like this is where we need a daily, consistent channel of breaking news, because I don't know if you know about this, but that's not the main event anymore. In MSG in Madison Square Garden, it's not the main event anymore.
You know those tickets went for like $50,000 because Jon Jones was fighting?
I mean, he's from New York. He's from that area.
Yeah.
So I can understand. And it is Jon Jones, the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
The GOAT.
Versus the heavyweight GOAT, Stipe Miocic. How could you not scout your tickets in the parking lot that you bought thinking that it was going to be that? And now it's not that. But I can't look you in the eye and tell you that it's less.
It's not less.
Because, Kyle, what do we have for UFC 295?
So we have Yuri and Alex getting promoted to the main event.
Yeah.
And we have Sergey Pavlovich and Tom Aspinall, probably the top two young heavyweight prospects, the two guys that would arguably probably follow this Stipe fight. Fighting for the heavyweight interim gold.
And interim gold.
Yeah, interim gold.
Which means they would ideally face the winner of a Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic.
Ideally. Which is the plan. They still want to do Stipe and Jon, what he say, March maybe? April?
I think Jon Jones is out for like 8 months. So my math on year to year is not that great. Can I ask you a question without it being an Ariel Helwani type question, a dirtbag, scumbag journalist move? That's not a knock on Ariel. I respect you a lot, but I got to go my own lane. Can I ask you a question?
You can.
Do you think that Jon Jones's injury is real? And what I mean by that is, do you think he got it at the time that he filmed it with his sparring partner, Will, I believe it is? Or do you think it's a pre-existing thing, a little thing that he's been wanting to take care of for a while? Do you think that it's real in the time that he posted?
I haven't even thought of that. I sure hope so.
Because you don't want any excuses when you're coming up against Stipe Miocic, the greatest heavyweight of all time. Beat Daniel Cormier 2 times out of 3, who is arguably second best heavyweight of all time.
Yeah, it definitely could have been something lingering that he decided he needed to pull the trigger on. I've not even thought of that, but it does. It adds up.
I don't want to be a hater. Well, it was injured for sure. Duh. I get that, but I think Walt Harris is his sparring partner.
Oh, yeah.
Who was recently cut, but we're not going to get into that. He's wrestling with him, and it's on video. The guy's on video, and he goes in on a shitty single leg, or he dips it, and he goes, "Oh, you just happen." Dude, they do hours of training. Hours. So you're telling me that he not only watches film, his coaches watch film, and then they film every single second, every single minute, hour of sparring? Maybe, but
I don't believe that's completely unlikely that they just record the whole sparring session.
Now, this is not only my theory. I saw it on X. Shout out to X.
I hadn't heard that. Good old X. I hadn't heard that. It makes everything's a conspiracy now, so may as well just add into it, but it's possible.
So we don't get Jon Jones versus Stipe. What do we have instead?
Sergey and Tom.
That's for the heavyweight, but you mentioned something got bumped up to the main event. What is that?
Yuri and Alex is the main event. That's going to be an exciting fight too. Like, this card does not go down in excitement. It may go down in a little bit of star power, but like excitement, just strictly good fights. You could argue Sergey and Tom's a more entertaining fight.
I will agree and disagree in my own way. What I will attest to is regardless, Yuri versus Alex was going to be a 5-round fight. And that's what I like.
Yeah, nothing was changing there as far as that's concerned.
Because it was a co-main event, but with it being 3 rounds versus 5 rounds, it's for the chip, so it's going to be 5 rounds. And I love that, honestly. It being boosted to the level of main event, I really don't see anything wrong with that. It doesn't exactly fill the shoes of a Jon Jones versus Stipe, but if you even dive into the backstory of either of these two, Alex has a lot to prove at 205, and Yuri never really lost the title. Same as Jamahal Hill. I don't want to be the next victim of Jamahal Hill. I don't know if you've seen what he's been doing to Ariel, but I
apparently missed a lot of Ariel drama lately.
Well, Robert Okamoto is here to fill you in. It's not looking good for the relationship between Jamahal Hill and Ariel Helwani. Shout out to Ariel Helwani.
Look this stuff up.
Dude, I'll enlighten you. I'll send you some links,
Send me some links. Send me some memes.
But you are right. You are correct when you say that Sergey Pavlovich, am I saying that right?
I believe so.
Versus Tom Aspinall, that is a banger heavyweight card. If Stipe and Jon Jones as a heavyweight contender, if they just didn't exist, this is for the chip. This is for the main chip, not the interim chip. Don't do a due diligence or an injustice on them. They are the guys. They are the up and coming.
Yeah.
They say interim. This is for the belt.
Yeah.
And not a number one, because the interim is like a number one contender for the real thing.
And I have some concerns about them throwing interim on this.
Mm.
We should discuss that later.
Sure.
We have a whole card to discuss. We have a whole card from bottom to top.
Do you have any prelims that you want to shout out? Do you have for the other casuals out there? You heard it here first. Nah.
I don't know many of these. Roosevelt Roberts, tough, like
bum.
Not even.
He's a bum.
Quarter finalist. He's on here.
He's a bum from the Michael Chandler Tough team. He's a bum.
There's not. I mean, as a casual, I will just admit I don't know almost any of the prelim names. Typically, there's like one standout.
Yeah.
But here I don't recognize anybody.
Let's pull up the card.
Tabitha Ricci. I think I recognize her.
I think that's a girl you dated in high school, no?
Yeah. I taught her a few things.
So we'll pull up the main card. Here we go. The first fight is Diego Lopez versus Pat Sabatini.
Good old Sabatini.
That's Italian descent. That's your neck of the woods, brother.
Hey, Pat's a good fighter. And this might be an overcorrection on my part, but I remember shitting on Diego Lopez the first time we saw him fight, and he took somebody on short notice. I don't fully remember who it was. I'll look. And we kind of shit on him. I think it might have even been his second fight in the UFC. It was that Ivloev versus Lopez in May. I remember shitting on him, like, who the fuck is this guy? And then he took it to Ivloev on short notice.
Your memory is impeccable. These are all blurs to me. But I'm with you when it comes to underestimating most fighters. I don't like Diego Lopez mainly because he doesn't have any standout performances. He took it to Iblaev, like you said. I'm waiting for him to get to that next level of a household name, which you have where he is versus where he could be. And I can't ask him to skyrocket to the top. I can't. But what he can keep doing is doing his damn thing and making his name known in the what weight class? What?
The featherweight division.
Brother, when you look from a third-person point of view, I mean, all the divisions are stacked, but when you get to the 145, 155, it's a dangerous game. And
he's like, these smaller dudes, not really smaller. I guess this is probably where we would be if we were like just stripped down to nothing but muscle and bone.
You know, they didn't even have anything less than 155 in the old days.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
I was going to say, and now like they're clearly like two of the most exciting divisions are 55, 45, 35 has some bangers at times.
Of course.
It's wild.
So you have Diego Lopez. What does he really stand out as? Like, if I was to name somebody in the 45 division, let's say, let's do a quick game if you're with me.
I'm down. I'm down for a game.
I name a 145er that's known for his striking.
Max.
Duh. I name a 145er that's known for his submissions.
D-City.
Oh, Brian Ortega, of course. So, like, when you name Diego Lopez,
we're jumping the gun a little bit. This guy's unranked.
Comb over.
Yeah, he's got this emo haircut.
Sure.
It looks like he's like My Chemical Romance's lead singer, lead singer.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll give him. He had a lot of heart in his last two fights. It's a sub in round one.
More heart.
I'm not saying more heart than anybody. I'm just saying.
Okay, cool. Because
he's got a lot of heart.
If I was to say a name like, no, I'm not even gonna do that.
Don't break my heart.
I agree with you. I won't break your heart.
He's unranked, so let's just see where he goes. Who you picking?
Who am I picking? I got the guy. I had that haircut in high school. I did.
You following the haircut?
Brazil. I like Pat Sabatini, and even though he claims the U.S., you questionable. You have some biscotti with some espresso at lunch, anyways, or breakfast rather. Yeah, I think I have Diego Lopez. What's up with you? Who do you got? You riding with DL?
I'm sticking with the
known. The known.
Want to stick with him? Like I said, maybe it's an overcorrection because we shit on him, and I'm like, he proved me completely wrong. So I'm gonna go with him.
I get that. Any reservations about not doing more research before the show?
About which one?
Just watching fights.
I mean, there's so many fights to watch.
We could watch some LFA. We could watch some WFC. We could watch those fights, but what you guys don't understand is that we are only casuals of the moment. We can deep dive into these other organizations and watch these fights, but the fighters at their latest fight are the best that they're ever going to be. Yeah. And so that's what we're going to do on Saturday. I'm headed over to Kyle's yet again. I'm going to bring some donuts, some
He's going to be on the casual couch.
Point to it again, bro.
It's always behind me.
And we will watch the fights yet again as we do, and we will, in our own time, make love and whatever. That has nothing to do with the card. But
it's a little extra.
I pull it up. On to the next. What's our next fight, Kyle? We have Matt
Benoit Saint Denis versus a personal favorite.
You're doing Benoit first.
I'm doing him first because as the ranked fighter, as the young up-and-comer, the one I like, I'm going Matt Frivola. Champ comes second. Higher rank comes second. Matt Steamroller Frivola from Boston.
Wow.
You like that? You like that intro? Frivola's coming off of wins against Dober, Azaitar. I don't really know who Azaitar is, but he beat Drew Dober. He KO's Drew Dober.
Stop it. You've seen Azaitar before for sure. Drew
I'm
Dober.
sure I have.
Drew Dober is on the up now. We can't talk about his past. Too much. Benoit Saint Denis. Not to bring up the WWE, but you know how fond I am of a Benoit. So,
Sir.
There have been moments in a BSD fight where I think this is going to be a slugfest. And
he's a stud, dude.
And he's bang, bang, slip. Where other guys would be like, come on, hit me, let's go. Bang, bang, bang. This guy, he's not going to stand there and trade with the steamroller.
Nah.
The steamroller, Frivola. I'm right there with you, dude.
This is gonna be a chaotic fight. There's gonna be a lot of violence. This could be fight of the night.
You have number 14 in the U.S. versus an unranked Benoit Saint Denis, and I don't want to say that's an injustice, but look at the main card picture.
Bit of injustice,
bro. He looks jacked, bro.
He is jacked, and he's also the favorite by a decent little margin at minus 230. Kind of shot me a little bit.
Now, are you looking at the verdict, or are you looking at the DraftKings.com/CCMMA?
I pulled that from UFC.com, sponsored by CCMMA.
Yeah.
So yeah, minus 230. Matt Frivola's plus 190, so he's a little bit of an underdog. I still rolling with the steamroller. It is what it is.
Okay. I know. This is where we differentiate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pulling it up just to make sure. Man. I got Benoit Saint Denis.
Okay. Our first diverging path, so to speak. On to the next.
On to Butterface. And I say...
that's uncalled for.
I say that respectfully. I'm a casual, and I'm probably saying what everybody else is thinking. Dude, of course. She's hot.
He's talking, of course, of women's strawweight number 7, Mackenzie Dern, who is fighting number 5, Jessica Andrade. Regardless of her face.
Okay, who's the hotter Brazilian? Jessica Andrade or Mackenzie Dern?
Bruh. It even says she's fighting out of Brazil now. Mackenzie doesn't... Mackenzie shouldn't need subtitles Dern. Like, she's from Arizona.
Look up the YouTube videos of her before training in Brazil versus after. Her jiu-jitsu is so good. She could wrap me up.
Fantastic.
She could wrap me up in any armbar, triangle, close guard.
Snap it.
Don't let me pull out close guard that she wants. Mr. Kyle Diorio, she gets it done this weekend via sub on a Brazilian, and that says
any way she wants.
That says a lot.
Yeah, I don't see. Andrade has the power. If she can somehow keep it up, she could potentially really do some damage. I think she's going to wrestle, and she's going to try to wrestle Mackenzie, and Mackenzie's going to turn it on her and get the sub at any given point.
Wow, that's a casual take.
That's a casual take.
You think she's going to wrestle a jiu-jitsu guy? Or, sorry, whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa! You don't think that she's gonna try to stand and strike?
I think she should.
I mean,
You don't think she'll go for one
if you were
shot?
if you were to rate Mackenzie Dern's hands on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say that she's got?
I'm just going to be completely honest.
Sure.
Out of all the fights I've seen Mackenzie Dern, I don't know how much hands I've seen her do. Like a little bit.
Versus Andrade, which I can't. Well, I can't name a singular hands knockout besides the one, and it's not even a hands knockout, that she threw on Rose, where she dumped her on her head and knocked her out, almost broke her neck.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Don't try to go for submission over position. Wrestling is position over submission. Jiu-jitsu is submission over position. If anybody casual followed that, don't try to think that you're in a better position just because, I got the arm. You're going to get dumped on your head. So just be careful with Jessica Androgynous.
Be very careful. Very careful. She's literally a pit bull. That being said, Mackenzie Dern. My sub is my pick.
I got Mackenzie Dern by decision.
Okay.
I don't think that she gets the job done. I think it is a lay and pray performance.
I think this is gonna be this is a step up for her in a lot of ways. She's not fought a ton of the super top. She did piece Jamal, or not Jamal, Jesus.
Hey, Jamahal Hill. Jamahal Hill.
She pieced Jamahal Hill up. Angela Hill. I'm just sticking with it. Sub.
I'm good for you. I got a decision only because, look at Jalton Almeida this weekend versus Derek Lewis, the weekend that just happened. If you even know a little bit of jiu-jitsu, even if you know a little bit of control, okay, well, I'm going to escape this, but you were still on my stomach for 5 rounds, for 3 rounds. You were still in control for a total amount of minutes. Your jiu-jitsu worked, yes, but what damage did you do? What danger did you put me in? Can you elaborate on that? Is Jessica Andrade being... will you Google her belt real quick? Just for the casual fans.
Yeah.
I want to know her BJJ belt, please.
Let's see. Wikipedia says that she is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Giliard Piranha.
So you think that Mackenzie Dern is going to trap her in some kind of armbar, in some kind of triangle, in some kind of omoplata, gogoplata? I think it goes to the distance with control. I think she gets back control. I think that she gets as much control as she wants because that's what she does. She doesn't strike, and you can see that. That's apparent.
Can I tell you? Can I enlighten you on Andrade's last 3 fights?
Please.
He was subbed by Suarez.
No.
She was KO'd by Jan, and she was subbed by Aaron Blanchfield.
Hang on.
3-fight losing streak.
Can I break that down?
You can break it down.
She was subbed by who the first time?
Tatiana Suarez.
That is a wrestler. That is basically getting choked up by Colby Covington at the one.
That's fair, but I'm just saying.
Well, hang on. You're just saying, lead it on to the next one. She was knocked out by who?
I don't know this girl's first name. Hold on.
You do.
Oh, that is her first name. Yan Xiaonan.
It's the Magnum.
No, not the Magnum.
Whoa.
The other Chinese girl.
Come on. Where'd she get knocked out? Whoa. Hang on. Can you...
KO'd in the second round.
Can you give me a break?
I don't know if I can.
Anyways,
I'm not sure.
the third one.
Aaron Blanchfield.
That's a submission, dude. If you don't, hang on.
Aaron's cold-blooded.
If you don't know who Aaron Blanchfield is, you are the Kyle. Who's Aaron? Who's Aaron Blanchfield?
You don't know who Aaron Blanchfield is?
I'm asking. Stop. We're not even on camera right now. Stop.
Oh shit! Oh my god! If you don't know who Aaron Blanchfield is,
She's the meanest of mean.
she's the fastest rising flyweight in the women's division. Obviously,
All right,
she
cool.
destroyed Meatball Molly. She
Well,
destroyed
well.
Andrade, and she beat Tyla Santos. She's ranked second. Blanchfield's she's only like 23. We've left the realm of commerce. We're off on the biggest tangent of our lives here.
Okay. So, that being said, you have Mackenzie Dern, and I feel like I have Mackenzie Dern. I just don't see how
both have Dern.
I don't see how she gets it done.
Well, we will both see Saturday night.
On
That being said,
I love that. I love it. That's
we were in the same. Go ahead.
On to the co-main event. Oh, well, yes, in a way. What should be, because the heaviest weights fight at the main event.
Right.
That's
fair.
But it's for the interim. So
I guess that means automatically co-main. So we're back to this one.
Okay, well, if you will pronounce the names for me, I will pull it up.
Sergey Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall. And I mentioned at the beginning that I had some concerns about the title being an interim title fight.
Sure.
And I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent with all the fans online. A lot of casual fans are some of the they're really shit. I hate reading any of the comments.
Wow.
There's so many bad UFC fans. What I'm afraid is going to happen or could potentially happen. Here's the timeline for the heavyweight division. One of these guys wins the interim title. Jon Jones and Stipe hopefully have their heavyweight championship fight. One of them retires, and then automatically whoever the winner of this fight is the new heavyweight champion.
Sure.
Oh, but they never beat the real champion. They never beat John, or they never beat Stipe for the real title.
Sure.
This is, it's just shit.
Oh, pause. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
In a perfect world, UFC 295, UFC 302, whatever card Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic fight, they meet. They don't both retire. I'm asking you. I'm not assuming anything. One beats the other. Hey, I'm Jon Jones. I beat Stipe, the greatest heavyweight. Or I'm Stipe. I'm the greatest heavyweight, and I beat the greatest of all time. You don't think... You're Dana White, bro. You don't think that they beat each other and then just yeah, I'm going to fight Tom Aspinall and Sergey Pavlovich. Of course not. So
why would John risk, if he wins, why would John risk losing his perfect record to two guys that are absolute savages?
Sure.
John has not looked, he subbed Cyril in 10 seconds. But outside of that, the last few fights at light heavyweight, there was a lot of controversial decisions. His win over Reyes, his win over Thiago Santos, his wins. There was a lot of controversy in who won those fights, So they were close. They were close fights. And I would argue to say that Santos and Reyes, neither of them are even remotely as talented as Pavlovich or Aspinall, and they don't carry the. Santos might carry similar power, but they don't carry the power that Pavlovich and Aspinall have. And why take that fight? John's not taking either of those guys. And if he did, that's some big nut shit. You know, that's a legacy fight.
That's some BNS.
BNS, baby. If John were to take one of these guys on and win, I don't think anyone could ever pry the GOAT title out of his hands.
So, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What if he did? I don't want to be like that. Like, whoa, what if? But you have 2009 Jon Jones. You have a decade later, 2019 Jon Jones. You have let's just say when this fight happens, if it happens in 2014, you have ultimately 1, 2, 3 decades that a Jon Jones. I mean, come on, dude.
There's no. John's already the GOAT, and there's just it would take a. John is already the GOAT. It would take a massively successful career to try and pry that from John's hands currently. But if he were to beat Stipe and then beat a Sergey or a Tom Aspinall to close his career out, I don't think anyone could ever top that career. I don't think it would be physically possible.
The only reason I object or that I say anything differentiating between what you said and what I'll say is Islam Makhachev, who hang on. Who beat your boy, Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
I know.
And you know, he's going on his own path.
Yes.
I think that he's not only number 1 ranked pound for pound, but he's over Jon Jones. The activity. So
For now.
For now, for sure.
For now. But Islam currently is the only guy that could potentially have a career to top Jon Jones. But he's not there yet.
No,
he's not even close to that yet.
Mm-hmm.
He could be. He clearly has the talent to do it. However, he does have a loss.
Will you look up who that loss is to while we discuss other things?
Yeah, because we're talking about Islam when really we should be talking about 2 heavyweight studs.
But even more important than that, that's the co-main.
That is the co-main. Who's your pick?
I got Tom. Well, I could tell you who my co-main event pick is, but I thought we were saving that for the end of the show.
Are we?
We can reveal it right now. It's at the touch of a button.
Well, we still have the. I figured we were going to reveal our co-main, and then talk about the main.
We can't do them singularly. We have to do them at the same time. If you want to pull it up, I have Tom Aspinall by decision.
Islam lost to a man named Adriano Martins.
Who?
Adriano Martins.
I think I pieced that guy up in sparring one time at Upstate Karate.
I don't. His last fight was 2019. His last win. So he went on a 4-fight losing spree. His last win of his career is over Islam Makhachev.
Whoa! And how was that win by?
KO TKO.
Stop.
Round 1. Round
Big.
1.
Stop.
That's wild.
There's a reason he's on this card. Anyways. Who do you got? Tom Aspinall or Sergey Pavlovich?
I'm going with the Russian bear himself.
Brother.
Sergey Pavlovich.
Via knockout?
We're going to take a KO TKO in round 4. Round 3, apologies.
Over Tom Aspinall?
Yeah.
Brother. Like, I know he had his fluke kick versus Curtis Blades, and he wasn't ready, and he's got all these things, but...
Look, I said before the fight or the show that this was a tough one for me to pick. These guys are both savages, like I said. These guys are both good. If I had like a percentage of confidence in my pick, it's not like a 99 or 100. It's like, like 70, 60 range. But I'm still picking Sergey. And I'm standing by it.
Okay, cool. Cool, bro.
But this is another diverging path.
Cool, bro. If we were to keep up with it, I think that we have... we both have Diego Lopez. You have Matt Frivola, the steamroller. And I have Benoit Saint-Denis, BSD. We both have what? Mackenzie Dern? I don't see how she does it, but we both have Butterface, right?
Ooh. Mackenzie...
Butterface Dern.
Titles Dern.
I got Tom Aspinall, and you have Sergey Pavlovich, and then we
have one final fight.
That's really what this all is riding on, right? There is Jiri Prohaska, who was the champ, beat Glover, submitted Glover, got injured, and was like, hey, instead of riding on this title, I'm going to give it up to whoever.
Live by the samurai code.
5 codes of whatever the book is. The book of
Bushido?
5.
I don't know.
The book of 5 bullshit. Anyways. You have Jamahal Hill, which becomes the champ, and again, in repeat, gets injured.
Mm-hmm.
But Yuri got injured, and then on the UFC.com has an interim, like, nobody listed as champion, whereas Jamahal Hill is champion, and then he gets injured, so he relinquishes the belt. And then they got UFC.com, and Jamahal Hill's the champion. So what do you do? What do you do with that? When you have Jiri Prohaska versus Alex Pereira, 2 of the most stone cold killers, assassins.
Yes.
Shout out to the Mirko Crocops of like the real world. Not even like, hey, I fight for fun. These guys have stabbed people, allegedly. These guys have done things to other human beings that we could not even fathom of doing.
We're talking about 2 killers, 2 kickboxing savages.
Yeah.
These guys, this is going to be a good fight. It's going to be a fun fight. You see this one going to a decision?
We'll get to that later on. But spoiler alert, no.
I don't see it happen. Someone's going to sleep. At some point, someone's going to sleep. A lot of hands are going to be thrown.
Hands will be thrown. The warrior samurai code will be it will be the main focus of one of our opponents. What I will say about this fight is that if you were to replace any fight, 5-round, 3-round, Jon Jones, Stipe Miocic, this fight, 5 rounds for the title of light heavyweight, I mean, at MSG, there's not much that you could do to create more hype around this fight.
It's a good fight. It's good. It's a banger. That being said, would you be happy if spending $50,000 for cage-side seats for this fight?
Don't chuckle in enthusiasm. I'm not paying, dude.
I'm not paying.
You couldn't pay me $50,000 to watch this fight only because I don't know the outcome. I'm gonna be sitting in my seat, being like, I'm getting paid for this. What kind of reaction should I give? Oh no! I didn't see Yuri submitting him. Oh no! I didn't see Alex knocking him out with a left hook. I think it's about time.
Someone offered me $50K to sit ringside at this fight, I'd suck them off like right then and there.
And that's why your name is Moro Ronaldo. Whoa!
Mamma mia!
Anyways, I think it's time that we pull up our verdict picks.
Sponsored by Verdict.
So they're up. We both have Diego Lopez. Kyle viewing DOUFC's picks versus Robert Dylan Vasquez's picks. You have Diego Lopez submission in the second round. Why did you go with that?
Well, I just picked submission because that was, pretty low modifier.
What a casual. I have Diego Lopez by decision because
smart.
What else is he going to do?
I mean, look at my fucking card. I don't have a single decision yet. I know half the fights will go to decision.
So you have Matt, Steamroller, Frivola, knockout in the third. You think he's going to drain Benoit Saint-Denis or whatever his name is?
You make some people's names. Drekus isn't here.
Duplessis. I have Benoit Saint. I mean, come on. Will you help me out here?
Denis.
Stop it.
Denis.
I have him knockout third round.
Okay, so like we're literally tied there except for the actual pick.
We're casual. We both have Mackenzie Dern. You have her submission first round. Yeah. And I have her decision because, I mean, you're talking about BJJ. Come on, brother. Come on.
We're going in.
You really don't like blue-haired Andrade, huh? Anyways.
Yeah, let's just move on.
So you have Sergey Pavlovich knockout third round. Brother, I got Tom Aspinall by decision. I think
that's decision's clearly the smart. Like that's always going to be the smarter choice. But brother, I don't think it's going to decision. And that being said, I feel like it has to end in the first 3 rounds. I feel like someone's going to sleep in the first 3 rounds.
You think he hits him in his equilibrium? Now, I might eat my words. I might be here on our post show being like, I guess he hit him in his.
We're talking about 2 guys who can throw nukes with their hands.
We're talking about us? Anyways. Okay. And then you have the main event. You have Alex Bejeda versus Yuri Prohaska. You have Alex knockout TKO in the 4th round. I have Yuri Prohaska submission in the 2nd round, dog.
All right. Okay.
You think he can submit a guy like Glover Teixeira, who is not only
exhausted, drained Glover Teixeira,
who went for a guillotine and he shouldn't have? What are you talking about?
So you are admitting Yuri's only or maybe not only, but Yuri's submission win. That was a slip. His submission win over Glover was a mistake on Glover's part. Glover was winning that fight. Am I wrong?
Yeah, just like Anthony Smith was winning that fight against Glover Teixeira, and then he got his teeth knocked out. Who is winning the fight versus who wins the fight? Let me ask you that. Casual. Hey, go sit on your couch. Go sit on your couch in your casual take. So what I'm going to send to you right now is my meme because we're done with this.
We're done with the card. We know you all see our picks. We're going to start showing our verdict picks.
Boom.
A
Now,
little more professional.
that's head to head. I have our picks up right now. That's head to head, bro. And this is bragging rights. The only thing we agree on is Diego Lopez and Mackenzie Dern. That's it, bro. So,
Couple Brazilians.
well, hang on. Can I tell you something in secrecy? Just between you and I.
Between you and me. No one else.
I
knows.
think
No one watches this far into the show.
I think Yuri's accent is fake, bro.
I don't know if I heard. I don't remember what it sounds like.
Listen to the interview with Ariel, and he'll say like the balance of me mindset is perfection. Like
This dude's out here like doing an eye test in the snow. Like what are we doing?
He's reading a book, a patched eye, standing on one leg, and he's like, yes. Like,
how does that help you fight?
It doesn't, but what are you going to do? So
Just show your memes.
I sent my meme to you. I'm pulling yours up right now. You have the most feared opponent of all time. Come on, man.
This fucking thing. And there's probably too much for you guys to read, but this is basically all the like weakest parts of a person.
Just pause
Bilal's
it.
Bilal's eye. Yeah, just pause and read through Bilal's eye. Some of my favorites after the poke. Adesanya's gyno tit. We're talking Darren Till's ACL. He torn that thing 3 times.
Brock Lesnar's penis tattoo.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar's penis tattoo. Just because I'd never say that to Brock Lesnar's face, though.
Of course not.
Cody Garbrandt's chin. Holloway's power. I love Holloway, but that man's never not like.
Well, Korean Zombie proved otherwise. Stop it.
Yeah, like Korean Zombie's old as fuck. Anyway.
Whoa! All right.
O'Malley's ankle. He's hurt that thing like 3 times now. Gastelum's diet. Any other standouts here?
I mean, it's
it's
all bad. It's all bad. It's all bad. It's all bad.
It's funny.
So you have Kyle's meme of the week, which, we can knock him. There's been a point in his journalistic career where he's like, I can't have a meme of the week because I'm so sad about the results of.
What's wrong with that meme? What's wrong with my meme?
Nothing's wrong with your meme. It's the lack of memes that you've had and being in a joking manner when the
lack of memes?
Well, the results of what you wanted was not what you got. So on to the Roberts meme of the week.
You're a bastard.
I'm a Yuri bro hastard. Anyways. I sent it to you. Other fighters selling their fight.
Just stop the show after that one.
Alex,
just turn the whole show off. Everyone just tune out.
Alex Bejeda and Jiri selling their fight. I'm gonna knock you out. No, I'm gonna knock you out. MMA fans are like, I might watch this. Versus Jama and MMA fans.
Most intense stare down.
MMA fans, I will 100% be watching this. And if you are not watching this fight this weekend on the casual couch, even if you're not, I will not take it against you. The casual couch, we will be with you in mind, in spirit. We are warriors, and we are the #1 casual podcast that you are watching. I am your host. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry.
We have a little apology to
I owe a big
Mr.
I owe a big apology to Francis Ngannou because he went 10 rounds with the greatest heavyweight Tyson Fury of all time, and he made a bag that I said that he fumbled, and I don't have any memes and I don't have any setups. But next time on
arguably won the fight.
I think Francis won. All right. On the next Couch Casuals, we will be bringing you the results of this card. I love you, and I love you, my co-host, my beautiful host.
Be kissing everybody, especially you.
Well, thank you, Kyle. I'm sorry, Francis. I might be your number 1 or number 2 hater, but we are the Couch Casuals. And I am your host, Robert Allen Vasquez, and we will see you on a later date, and that date being post UFC 290